And I think that's why you're amazing, Alex. And it's because you have so much experience that you can actually articulate what's happening real time in the market, and come across to your buyers that you're giving them real information. You're not sugarcoating things. So therefore their patience level is expanded and they're ready to kind of give what's necessary to get the offer accepted. And just like you said, you're seeing those results. There's a lot of
Hey y'all, Katie here with Team Evo AZ. Thank you so much for following us and listening to our podcast. Here is season 3, and we are super excited for this season. As you know, we are based in the Phoenix, Arizona area, servicing buyers and sellers throughout the valley. But what you might not have known is we are expanding nationwide. So if you know of anyone that might be looking to get into the real estate business or needs to buy or sell a property, but it is not in Arizona, we can still help. Please feel free to message us and enjoy the show. Hey everybody, it's Katie and
Matt.
And we are that married couple that's been around for ever.
A long time.
Ever and ever. We're the real estate agents out of Phoenix, Arizona. Welcome back. If you are a follower of the show, we love having you here. And if you are a newcomer, well, we have a treat for you because we do. Well, welcome also.
Yeah.
Because every once in a while, we have the buyer's agent extraordinaire, Mr. Alex DeRugar, on our podcast. And today we are that lucky. We have him again. Yay, Alex.
Hi, Alex.
What's up, everybody? Hi, guys. How you guys doing?
We love to see you in your car. That just shows that Alex is squeezing us in between buyer appointments because it's crazy out there.
Because it's crazy. And he's working hard, right, Alex?
Oh yeah, but I will always make time for you too. So.
Aww. Love it. Well, it's been a couple of minutes since you've been on the show. So thank you again for sharing a little bit of time with us today. We're specifically interested in talking about what's been going on out there. I know that you work with both buyers and sellers. Of course, we've been working together on the team for the last 8 years. So this I know. But right now you're dealing with a lot of buyers. What's like the basics? What's been going on out there? What can somebody expect if they're just getting into the market or aren't really familiar with Phoenix?
Yeah, so it's a hot market. We're working with a very low inventory, and we're working with a lot of buyers on the market. So we've got a supply and demand issue, I guess you could say. Lots of demand, very little supply. So you've got a lot of buyers for each home that's on the market. So basically what's going on is you're getting multiple offers with every single house. You got people who are going over 10 to 15 to, I'm seeing as far as like 20% above list price in some cases, depending on the price ranges you guys are in. It's a lot of competition is what we're looking at.
And how, as a buyer's agent and representing buyers, working through that, how are you helping your buyers with the situation of, hey, man, this is actually too high? Like, is there a threshold at this point? And how are buyers working through this?
Well, so, that is the difficult conversation you got to have because, I do see properties that we are bidding above what I think is suitable for appraised value or what looks good for the comparable sales in the neighborhood. That is happening. But the thing is you kind of got to do it now. You kind of got to offer above market value. You do have to offer above market value because what people are doing right now is they're either waiving their appraisal contingency or they're coming up with the cash indifference to a certain amount. And that's just the rude awakening that everybody has to have.
Yeah.
To basically win the property. Yeah, very necessary.
Yeah, and it probably after you throw your hat into the ring on these with these offers, you're probably seeing anywhere from 10 to 30 offers, I'm sure. But I'm sure a lot of the offers are probably pretty close, and at the end of the day, a lot of people are prepared to pay more cash. It's not like in 2008 where it was like everyone just trying to leverage their loans to do so. They're actually putting kind of their money where their mouth is. And do you feel that that's kind of giving strength to the market in a sense that it's not really artificially pumping things up, so you can then say to your buyer, hey, this is the right move?
Yeah, I mean, you're absolutely right. I'm seeing large down payment conventional loans, and I'm seeing a lot of cash offers as well. I mean, Katie and I, the great thing that us three have is, yeah, we represent a ton of buyers, but we represent a ton of sellers. So
Right.
we see the offers that are coming in, and of all price ranges, and we're seeing, yeah, a ton of conventional offers with large down payments, waiving their appraisals, which is obviously, like you said, is cranking up the market, cranking up prices. And then we're also seeing cash offers. And when I say cash offers, a year, 2, 3 years ago, people will say, oh, they're probably getting a below list cash offers, or they're probably getting it at market or at list price. No, these guys are cranking their offers up to competitive offers.
What else is also interesting to me is kind of how our experience has unfolded with this latest listing that we just dropped on a couple of days ago, so 2 days
Yeah.
ago. And that's the one on Ruth. That's over in Peoria. You and I have been working together on that. Can you describe, because I know you were going through the offers late last night, can you describe kind of what that experience has been like? Because that's an interesting one. We haven't even allowed showings on the property
Yeah.
yet. Nobody has walked through the door.
Yeah, and that's the shocking part. That was the first thing of my experience, is when you texted me and was like, hey, have you seen, the offers on Ruth? And I'm like, what offers? Like, we're not showing the house until Friday. And you were like, I'll forward you them right now. And then I get all the offers in my email, and I was just shocked. I mean, because, yeah, like you said, we're not showing it until Friday, and they're good offers. Like, they are good sight unseen offers, and some of them are cash. So, and I'm just like, wow, like it blows my mind. You say you don't expect it, but then no, this is what's happening.
Yeah.
And this is a 290 price point. That's what it hit
Yep.
the market at. And we are just a little above 10% over the list price.
Yep. That's where we're at
Crazy.
right now.
Crazy. And they haven't seen it. They haven't even walked through the door.
No.
But that also just gives it a good example to buyers that are thinking about entering into the market, what type of pool they're jumping into. But at the end of the day, it's when this first all started happening, a few months ago, well, about 6 months ago, everyone was a little apprehensive of what's happening. Is this healthy? But not to beat a dead horse, it is healthy. And when you see this many cash offers, this many conventional offers that are not only strong from a financial qualification standpoint, but putting their money where their mouth is with larger down payments and waiving appraisals, that means there's a lot of people that are confident. It's not just like we're seeing a few. No, it's everyone. So, well,
There's a lot of confidence, and they have the finances to back it up, because you're not going to get a pre-qual. You're not going to close on a conventional, loan if you don't have the job in place.
Yeah.
You don't have the reserves in place. So, a lot of people are saying, I'm just to piggyback on, what Matt's saying about the health of the market. A lot of people are, or some people are thinking that it's not healthy because the jobs aren't here to support the growth in
there's a
housing.
lot. Yeah.
But we're seeing a lot, and we're seeing the support. So if people don't have the financial backing, how are they getting these conventional approvals, and how are they coming to the table with cash? It just doesn't make sense.
Yeah. It's not easy to get a loan like it was before.
No, and that's a good thing.
Yeah,
That's a very
exactly.
good thing.
It's a very good thing.
So like, what are the things that you must have some buyers that are, getting a little frustrated, and what are the conversations that you're having with them to kind of keep morales high and keep plugging along?
Well, I mean, up front, I always tell them, I say, hey, this is not going to be a 1 week process. This is not going to be a 1 day process. It's going to take a couple offers. It's going to take a couple weeks to a couple months. This is just how it's going to be. But hey, we got to keep on trying. because in the same right, it's still a great time to buy. Interest rates are low. I mean, these prices, just like what we just saw, what we're talking about, these prices are just going to keep on getting higher.
Yeah.
So I tell them, I said, stick to it. Don't be discouraged. Let's just keep on trying. And the good thing is, it's not like my buyers aren't finding homes that they don't like. It's not like they're not finding homes that they don't want to offer on. We keep on finding them, even in such a low inventory, a half a month's inventory, that we're still finding them. So it's not discouraging. We just need to keep on offering until we have something stick. And the thing is upfront with every single one of my buyers, I tell them, hey, this is what buyers are doing right now. We're lowering inspection periods. Some are taking homes as is. Some are waiving inspections. I don't love that, but this is what's happening. Secondly, people are waiving appraisals, or people are coming up with differences. This is what you got to do. People are going above market value. People are going above list price. People are doing escalation clauses up to the moon. So these are things that you got to think about doing. So depending on, the house, we're building offers in different ways with each one of my buyers, up to what their threshold is and what they can do.
And at the end of the day, you're seeing results though, right?
Absolutely. I mean, it's I can't remember how many buyers I have under contract right now, but I think it's like 6. So it's like, yeah. So I mean, that's aside from the listing. So it's not like we're not seeing success. Success is still there. We're still getting people under contract. It just, like I said, it just takes a little bit.
And I think that's why you're amazing, Alex. And it's because you have so much experience that you can actually articulate what's happening real time in the market, and come across to your buyers that you're giving them real information. You're not sugarcoating things. So therefore their patience level is expanded, and they're ready to kind of give what's necessary to get the offer accepted. And just like you said, you're seeing those results. There's a lot of other people out there that are with agents that are so frustrated because they're living check to check, or they're not experienced. They've never danced this dance. They're not confident. And unfortunately, their buyers are losing because they can't give them the words of confidence that are needed, and direct them and give them tangible steps to get the home that they want.
Yeah.
Experience is everything. And that is a giant point right there, Matt, because if, as agents, we've been working together for quite some time, and we know we're self-employed. We know the market does this kind of thing, right? So we have made it a huge priority as a team to make sure that we set ourselves up financially well. And in the event there's a dip, in the event, business slows or whatever the case may be. So then that way we're not all stressed out of, for our own situations and passing that on to our buyer. I think that is so giant. I just want to hang on to that for one more minute because it's so giant. So if I am frustrated because I need that next check, how well am I going to advise that person that I'm working with?
No.
Yeah. Not well. It's going to be aggressive.
And not only that, your mindset is not in the right spot. You want someone that's guiding you. If you're going under the knife with a doctor, you don't want a doctor that has 10,000 other things on his mind that are, bringing in the wrong mindset. You want clear, confident, execution. And, Alex, that's what you deliver. And I think that's why you're seeing results, and so many others are just spinning this wheel of insanity.
Yeah.
Totally agree. And it's not impossible, like Alex was saying, to land a good home in a favorable area at this point. I mean, you're telling us your success stories as the weeks go on, and you had one just the other day, which we were pretty surprised about. Because of your tenacity and because of your research and because of your experience level, he scored a spec for one of our clients from a builder. Like, how many people have specs right now? No one.
Well,
Alex, how did you find this?
I mean, it was insane. So my clients say, hey, we want to see this community up in Queen Creek. And this is, I'm talking about, this is Queen Creek and Gilbert border. This is a hot area. And so I walk into the sales office and I'm like, hey, what are you guys doing? Are you guys doing lot draws? Are you guys doing bids? Blah, blah, blah. And she says, sorry, our interest list is full. You know, we're doing draws every, what's it called? I think 3 weeks. But that list is full. We can't get you guys on there, but I can take down your phone number and let you know if any space is open on the interest list. So we couldn't even get on the interest list. So for anything. So so the funny thing was, so I was just like, well, I just threw it out there. I was like, hey, do you guys have any spec homes? And then she was like, well, you know, I got one that just canceled an hour ago it was above my client's price range. And I was like, okay, well, let me talk to them. So I just go outside. They're like, you know, let's go see it. Like, we didn't really want like this, that. We go inside this spec house. It's perfect. It's got nobody behind you, a park behind it, gorgeous. You can see the gorgeous mountain views from there. It's
unobstructed.
Unobstructed. You got a beautiful shaker cabinet kitchen. You know, great quartz countertops. Like, it's perfect. And we were just like, so where do we sign? And we got it. No bidding war, no nothing. I was like, I thought this lady was gonna say, oh, you're smoking crack. You're asking about spec homes, and I asked about it, and they had one. And I was shocked. I mean, but it happened.
If you don't ask, you don't receive.
Right.
And,
Exactly.
you know, I think you knew the questions to ask, and, you know, a lot of people just don't even want to ask those questions, which is silly, but
yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. That's a great story. And I'm sure your clients are just tickled pink.
Oh, they are.
Yeah.
So,
Oh yeah. Oh, they're ecstatic. They're ecstatic. They couldn't believe it.
I love that you do that. And I love that you're, you know, aggressive when you're submitting offers. I love that you're communicative with the listing agents when you're submitting offers. I love that you build that relationship with that other side when you're submitting offers, because I can tell you, being on the listing side, and you know this, we have this experience together often, that's not common.
no.
Yeah.
Why not? Because
No,
of
it's
just
not common.
what we said. Buyers agents are emotional. Buyers agents are frustrated. They have a lot of other things going on. Therefore, their communication is affected. And, you know, honey baby, right?
It is. And you know, I will tell you from a listing agent's perspective, and I talk with and advise, you know, a lot of sellers, it's really important who the representation is. I'm not saying that, you know, all of our sellers make decisions based on that, but it comes into the conversation. If I have 3 offers and I say, hey, never heard from this agent, it appeared in my email. I don't know what's going on. I don't know the stories of these buyers. I don't know anything. And then I have an agent like yourself that is extremely communicative, is asking all the right questions, is getting all of the information up front for their buyers. I know the difference.
Yeah.
And I know what it's going to go like through the transaction.
Which is huge.
Oh yeah. Absolutely. It's kind of weird. Like, you know, sometimes, you know, I'll be out showing homes and we get a new listing. I can't take the phone call to, and I'm pretty sure it's an agent calling me, but they don't leave a voicemail. They don't leave a text or anything like that. And I'm just like, I'm shocked. Like I don't know what you called for. You know?
Right. Or we get that text. Do you have any offers? Okay, sir or madam, there are a lot of other questions that you should be asking me besides just that one. You know what I mean? Like, that's it. That's all we get half the time.
You know I do. You know, we got offers. Come on, please.
Exactly. Exactly. You know, I feel like this conversation is also interesting for the seller's perspective too, because, you know, there are a handful of sellers out there that are still thinking that these iBuyer companies where, you know, you contact them online and they give you an offer online, and, you know, we all know what happens after that, but a lot of people don't. And it seems very easy, and they can pick and choose their time to move, and they can, you know, whatever it is, they're taking a cut. They don't need to go down that low. And half the time, I mean, look at what our experience is with this one that we just listed 2 days ago. We've got 7 offers in hand and nobody's walked the threshold yet.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So these people, these sellers are really shooting themselves in the foot by not, you know, talking with a professional. Of course, they're going to contact these companies, and these companies are going to say, oh yeah, we're the best. You're going to get the most out of us. It's going to be the easiest. It's not the case.
Mm-hmm.
It just isn't. And I feel like a lot of sellers are losing so much by going that route.
Yeah, it's very true.
Oh yeah. I think the offers just keep getting higher and higher too. From just individual owner occupied buyers, so that like those offers are just getting blown out the roof now. I mean, the net proceeds from just going on the market is just such a big difference. Sometimes that's where they get you is the fees. Sometimes, yeah, they look good up front, their offers, but you gotta look at the fine line of those fees from those iBuyers to really realize that, oh, this is not the move to make.
Yeah. And oftentimes, I mean, how many people do we know that this has happened to, or we've heard it after the fact? Oftentimes the iBuyer will come in for their inspection, when you're under contract, and then they'll renegotiate with you and they'll be like, you know what, it's another 10 grand off, or I need another 5 grand, or I need another this, another that. And you're backed in a corner. You've probably already made arrangements to move wherever it is you're moving. And you may not know that there are other options. So you think this is the only option. It's terrible. What's happening. Honestly, I feel bad for them.
Well, don't you think it's funny with some of them that they give you an offer, they haven't walked in your house, and they already say that it's going to need an estimated $5,000 in repairs?
Yeah.
And it's just like, where do you get that from?
The iBuyers were very much built upon market conditions, and they weren't built for this type of market condition, because just like Kate says, when you can put a home and get 7 offers sight unseen that are literally now giving you almost the same terms that an iBuyer would give you without putting all your eggs into one basket, you've got 10 different baskets to choose from. I think a lot of people are seeing this. If we rewinded a year or 2 years ago, even when iBuyers were entering the scene, that wasn't the case. There was some unsure positions that sellers were in saying, hey, this could take 30 to 45 days for us to get the offer that we want. It's not the case anymore.
Right.
And the iBuyers know it. I mean, when you look at how many people that they're employing and unemploying and laying off, it's very apparent that the market conditions are squeezing them, and no one knows how long this is going to go. But I can tell you, Phoenix is super happy. So we're confident that right now and definitely in the next few years, it's going to be awesome. You see that through everything that you can read.
I totally agree. And I think you bring up a very good point, because I mean, it's that simple, right? If I have something to sell and I have one person offering me, that's my only choice. If I have 10, 15, 20 people offering me, chances are I'm going to do much better.
Yeah. And not to mention that those other things, like you said it, Alex, like you've got these people are putting in, you get 20 plus offers on a property. A lot of those offers are exactly the same, but there's got to be that little bit of, we'll say personality that's sprinkled on top that wins it. You know what I mean? If all of a sudden you approach the seller with some honey and you talk the talk and then walk the walk, you know what I mean? That's way better than the offer that might be 2 to 3 grand higher than yours with absolutely no communication and just this cockiness that we see. Yeah. So there's just so much value into that. And I'm sure your buyers really appreciate it because they're seeing results. So the people that are frustrated out there going, what the hell is going on? Why are we not getting anything? You kind of shouldn't be asking yourself that question if you are your agent's not doing their job.
Yeah.
Totally agree. Totally.
So, but hats off, man. You're doing a hell of a job, and it's awesome. And I'm sure a lot of people are really going to find your words kind of giving them a little bit of confidence to get out there again and know that, this isn't a process that's going to happen overnight. It's going to take some time, but like they say, good things come to those who wait and have patience. So.
Yes, sir. I agree.
Don't sleep. Because Alex and I don't think we've slept since 2020. Nah, we're young.
I had to start using eye cream, man. Like, come on.
Acceptable.
Oh man, I feel ya. All right, guys. Any other tips for our buyers and sellers before we say sayonara?
No, I think we hit it all.
All right, Mr. Alex. Well, it's been real. See what I did there?
Real. Make sure that you share and you like and you comment and let everyone know, especially if they're your friend. If they're your friend and they're getting in the real estate market, you don't tell them about this wonderful team, you're really not their friend.
You're really not. But definitely, yes, definitely share this with anybody that you think needs to hear this, especially if they're unfamiliar with Phoenix and might be becoming familiar with Phoenix soon, or if they are in the market or considering being in the market. And also, if you're interested in being a guest on the show, please follow us at Team Evo AZ on Facebook or on Instagram. Just shoot us a message, give us a like while you're at it, and we will get you scheduled. All right, Alex.
Sayonara.
You guys have a good one.
Happy day. Good luck.
You too. Thank you. Bye.